Look, guys, we got acai. I'm here with Lauren.
Hey, guys.
You probably recognize her if you've watched the Reacting to Norway series.
I was there.
She was in it, so you can go look for her. We're just gonna chat. Ta en liten prat om Norge og sånn. We can chat about Norway. I decided to
perfect.
Lauren, she actually was in Norway before I was in Norway.
Like literally like maybe a month and a little more. Like right before, I thought we were gonna collide. Like our paths were gonna be crossed.
Yeah, because you were there in the summer, right?
Mm-hmm. So we got there like last week of June / first week of July. We're there for like 6 days. But sadly, she was not there yet.
Yeah, because then I got to Norway in July, but it was after. It was like literally, you're right.
I was so sad. I thought we were gonna cross paths and reunite in Norway, but sadly, no. Nope,
that's okay.
But it's okay.
Because we were friends before here in Hawaii, so she knew that I was coming to Norway.
Mm-hmm. Now I get to talk about it.
I know. It's so fun because, like, I talk to some people about Norway here, and they have no idea. They've never heard of it. They have no idea where it is. And maybe it's just because a lot of people here come from like Asia and the Pacific, like it's not as
probably not as well known.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people have like asked me, they're like, so where's Norway? Somebody asked me if it was in the US one time. I was like,
really? Oh my gosh.
Oh my. It's okay.
Let me tell you.
We're all learning geography.
I feel like I'm one to talk to though, because like people will tell me some country that they're from or that they've gone to, and I'm like, where's that? You know?
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know
that's the beauty of going to BYU Hawaii is you meet people from a million different places. So.
It's true.
Yeah, but when I was in Norway before she got there, we went to this city called Flam. I think that's how you say it. And I bought her a postcard. And I bought her like these 2 little like Norwegian dolls, and one of them was blonde and one was brunette. I was supposed to be brunette, but now I'm blonde, so it didn't really make sense. But I used to be brunette, so that was supposed to be us. But I sent her like a little letter before she got there, and I was like, "Hey, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here soon."
Because like when I first got to Norway, you like don't speak the language yet, and you're away from your family. So, I mean, it was a little hard, and so then I got that, and I was like, gosh.
I was so happy I made it. I was a little nervous that...
I know. I'm actually surprised, too, because sometimes
I sent it after I got home. So I was like, hopefully it makes it all the way back. Because I still lived in Minnesota
did you send it from
time.
The US?
I think I sent it when I was back home. Yeah, after we got back. Because...
That's actually crazy, because sometimes packages from the US do not make it.
So my prayers were answered.
Yeah,
I still have the picture of you like holding it up.
Oh, me too.
Like, maybe you can insert it.
Yes, I'll insert the photo.
It's so cute.
Okay, so where in Norway did you go?
Okay, I have a little list. Okay, so first we flew in to the airport, and right away we drove up to Luster because that's where we have a farm. Like my family has had this farm for like since the 1600s, my dad was telling me. So it's been in our family a long time.
That's old. Holy cow.
So I flew in, they picked me up because they had been there before me. And then we just drove straight up to Luster. We stopped in Ardell. We stopped there, got some lunch. It was so yummy. And then we got to our Airbnb, and then we went to the farm the next day. And then that was in Luster. Okay. And the farm is like, it's really cool because you drive to like the entrance up because it's like on this huge like mountain hill, and it says Burge, our family name, on the like street. I can send you a picture, but it says Burge, and we like stopped down, took pictures with it, and then we drove up the hill. Little sketchy ride.
It's in the mountains.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but we made it. And so the farm is in Luster, and yeah, it was so cool. And then we went to Flam another day. We drove there. We took a fjord cruise there to Gudvangen. I don't know how you say it. Okay. That was really cool. It was beautiful. We were like on the boat for like an hour, just like looking at the fjord. It was so pretty. Let's see. And we drove to, I don't know how you say this, Ernstav Church. It's just a church.
Stav Church?
Yeah. And then that's where there was that big waterfall. I texted you that picture of. I think. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We hiked up there. I hiked it in jeans. I don't recommend.
Wow.
But it was like 20 minutes up there. It was beautiful. It was worth
goodness.
it.
There's a lot of beautiful waterfalls in Norway.
It was gorgeous. And then we got a flat tire. We are actually going back to our farm from our Airbnb, and we got a flat tire because little story. So
Story time.
my dad's aunt, she's
It's
still
their farm, right?
Yeah, so they still live on the farm. Her daughter, and her daughter's fiance. They'll live there in the summer, but then they live in Oslo because it gets so cold in the winter, you know? And so they go out for the summer, and they're actually renovating the house. It looks really, really nice now. They have like an Instagram for it. But they have little concerts on the hill up there because it's like this big open space. And the view is gorgeous. Like you can see the fjord right down below. I'll have to send you a picture. It's beautiful.
I actually want to see.
But yeah, they have concerts up there, and that they like started doing that like 3 years ago. But we sadly didn't get to go because we got a flat tire.
No.
So that was like the day before we left too. So we had to leave the next day,
dang.
and then we got the flat fixed in Fortun. I think that's how you say it. And then we drove through Lillehammer.
Oh, Lillehammer.
Yeah, we drove through there. And then we went to Oslo for a couple days. So that was where I've been, basically.
And most of those are like in the middle of Norway.
Yeah, it was like the country, like rural area. Yeah. And then we were like driving through these mountains, and it started pouring rain. I was like, bro, we're gonna like slip off the mountain or like hydroplane. But we were fine. And then the Airbnb we stayed at, I forget like where exactly it is, but I have to show you a video of that because we got there after 6 hours and just like stepped outside. The air was just so crisp and like fresh. Like it's outside the town and the whole city, like hours away, and there was just this fjord right in front of us and a waterfall like right out there. And we had like these binoculars, so I like took a picture through the binoculars, and it was beautiful, bro. I miss that place so much.
Sounds so amazing.
Pretty.
It's so fun too because like all those places that you went were in the middle of Norway, which I've actually never been to really. Like I've driven across from Arendal to Stavanger, which is like through Kristiansand, so like the south. But like I've never been in the middle.
Yeah.
But I actually have been to Lillehammer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's where they had the Olympics. When
oh my gosh,
the Winter Olympics in Norway was in Lillehammer.
It was probably like one of my favorite trips we've ever gone on. I had no idea we had a farm there until like a couple months before.
I know you told me that you have a farm like right before I was going, and I was like, why did you never tell me this? Like this is so random, but you just found out. So
I never knew.
That's how you know. Yeah, that's so fun. What were your first impressions? Did you have any first?
I mean,
what were your first impressions when you came?
So like I said, I got picked up right from the airport, and we drove like 6 hours. But I just remember,
dang, straight
I was
away?
so tired. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been flying all night. I was so tired. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take a little nap in the car. I didn't nap at all because I was just looking out the window, and I was like, jaw on the floor. I was like, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep at all. I just was watching out the window. I was like listening to music, and I was like, wow. Life is so good, you know, it's just beautiful here. And it was warmer, like, I don't know, I just think Norway cold. And it was like, I think it was like high 60s, so it wasn't actually bad. And I was just coming from Hawaii, so like, and it was summer in Hawaii, so it was very, very hot. It was like high
summer
80s.
here is really hot.
So hot. And so I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cold. Like I was packing like long sleeves, and I had a few like tank tops and shirts. But when we got there, like the sun was out, it felt really good. I was like, oh, this is like kind of like a brisk, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like spring day. It was not bad at all. Like when we were up at the farm, it was really nice out. Like when we first got there, it was like all cloudy, and then the clouds cleared so you could see the fjord, and then the sun came out, and it was like the best day ever. Like, I wish I could relive that.
Yes.
But yeah, first impression, just beautiful.
I wish I could relive my first time in Norway too.
Right,
it was
bro.
so magical.
I would give anything.
We flew in during like the, I guess, midday afternoon, and so the sun was shining, and it was just
dude.
there was, for some reason, there was no buildings that I saw. It was just like grass and hills. When you flew in, I don't know if that was like that for you, but it was so beautiful.
I honestly don't remember the flying part. I just remember the driving part.
And then when we started driving, like this was summertime, same as you, and like I don't know, it was just like It's like what you would picture when you hear about Norway,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like these beautiful green hills and like kind of spread out like houses, and they had like the Norwegian flag on the, what is that called? The pendant of the Norwegian flag.
I don't know.
Well, they
I
were
actually don't
flying. I don't know. It was just like, it was like golden hour. Oh my gosh, it was
so beautiful.
It was so beautiful. Yeah. So, just magic from the start, you know.
I think I expected it to look more like, I don't know, like in the countryside, like more run down, or I don't know, just more like barren, I guess. More like barren and like no one living there, but there are people like, I mean, it wasn't like a neighborhood where there's houses right next to each other, but there's a lot of people up in the mountains, so many houses up there. I was like, dang, that's like a nice life to live up there and just like farm, you know?
Because it is. It's like far, it feels like you're far out. Like, yeah, that's different from the US because we live a lot closer together. I feel like typically.
And I mean, it's not that pretty in the US unless you're in certain areas, you know? Like if you're just in the suburbs, it does not look like that.
No, not at all.
It was just like the whole
Not
time
at all.
I was just like, wow, this is like heaven on earth. You weren't allowed to swim, right, in any of those lakes, right? Not that you would you want to? Would you want to try?
I mean, they have like, because I was up in Tromsø, which is like up in the north, and so you'd think it'd be cold, but like in the summers they had just like beaches and people were like totally swimming.
Dang.
Which actually I got in and put my feet in and stuff.
You did?
It was really
It wasn't
nice.
that bad?
Yeah, it was really
That's nice.
Maybe it depends on the lake or like the water, because like I've also been to Blåisvannet, which is like a pretty popular hike. It's like the one with the really blue water.
Oh.
And that one was cold. I put my hand in there.
Really?
It's really cold. So maybe the season affects it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would have loved
Comment if you know
let
the
us
answer.
know. It's just beautiful everywhere. Even the city was
Dead.
pretty, but obviously I love it when it's not as busy. You know, I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of how I feel about here too, because we live more. This is technically the country, like up in Laie, and like in town, it's just like crazy. You know?
We have like we're at like the north part of the island that we live on, and there's like the big town like with the airport and like, I mean, it's just like totally a city.
It's just like
in the south.
tourists. It's like everyone's down there.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
So it's kind of nice up here because you feel like it's like an hour drive around to the North
It's
Shore.
just quieter.
Yeah, it's quieter, more peaceful, less tourists. Still some, but
Still some, but not as packed as Waikiki and
yeah,
Honolulu.
it feels like you escape a little bit.
I don't understand any Norwegian, so
Maybe I should teach. Should I teach you
maybe
some?
you should teach
sometime?
me. Yeah.
Okay, that could be fun. That would be cute.
I loved hearing my dad's aunt speak it and her daughter. Like it's just like pretty and interesting to like hear.
We could do a whole thing. Yeah, a good time. That would be fun. Also, comment if you think that would be fun.
Yes.
Because
Let us know.
yeah, I keep almost saying something in Norwegian and then I'm. So,
You should do like your outro in Norwegian.
Ok. Takk for at dere så på denne videoen. Hils på vennen min Lauren i kommentarene. Og ja, vi ses snart. Do you know how to say bye in Norwegian? You just say ha det.
Ha det.
Yeah, that was good. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Is it us together?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ha det! That was good! That was good! Åh. Takk for at dere så på. Ha det bra!